This morning, Oklahoma City Mayor David Holt joins us for our weekly chats.
Mayor, good morning. We're going to talk about the weather and what the city's doing in just a moment. But first, we want your reaction to the breaking news this morning about the multi-billion-dollar merger between Chesapeake Energy and Southwestern, starting a new company worth $24 billion in Oklahoma City. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, we're just getting, some of the top line details, but it sounds like good news. It sounds, and listen, it's always challenging. I've lived through a few of these. You go back historically, General Motors or Kerr McGee. I mean, you're always kind of feel like you feel a little helpless in some of these business decisions that obviously have ramifications for our community. And sometimes they're not great news, but this one sounds like this is good news. And you can only hope that as a community, the investments we've made for 30 years have created a city that, is part of the equation, that when the decision makers are sitting around a table and they're making, these big multi-billion-dollar decisions about, what's the future of this company going to be and where's it going to be, that they find Oklahoma City appealing, and that what we've done to invest in ourselves has made a city worthy of a company like this. So, but obviously, if it's as good as it sounds, we're very grateful and excited, and good to see, this legacy of Chesapeake continue on in a new form. Obviously, this company has meant a lot to our city for the last 30 years in so many ways.
And that new combined company will be headquartered in Oklahoma City, so here to stay. All right, the other big story we're going to ask you about, the city is preparing as we get snow tonight and then another round of winter weather Sunday into Monday. Talk about what you want viewers to know from the city side, how you guys are doing things.
Sure. Well, here we go. This is time once again for everybody to kind of buckle down. Especially when it's really one of the first events of the season, you kind of have to get yourself back in the mindset, possibly of having some patience, but also thinking about making your own personal preparations and refamiliarizing yourself with the snow routes. So, here in Oklahoma City, with 620 square miles to keep up with, we can really only clear the snow routes. And so we have a map to that effect, and I encourage people to go to okc.gov or just Google Oklahoma City snow routes, and you'll get that map. And if you need to get out when this really hits, you need to familiarize yourself with those routes and focus your travel appropriately.
Sure.
On a personal level, it's also it's a very extreme temperature event. So personally, you need to drip your faucets, take care of your pipes. And obviously make preparations to probably stay home a little longer than you might otherwise. But again, if you have to get out for some reason and there are jobs that are going to require you to leave the house, then when this really hits, please be conscious of the snow routes. We'll be plowing and we'll be treating the roads, and the beet juice is back. And we've got our 30 trucks ready to go. But it's time to probably plan accordingly, and not everything's going to be super convenient probably as we get into the weekend and beyond, and that's just the way it goes sometimes.
There you go. That's a good word this morning. Mayor Holt, thanks for joining us this morning here on News 9. We appreciate it. Also, Lacey's forecast about what is coming. It's next.